Rolex is probably the most well-known and largest luxury watch brand. When people think of a luxury watch, many likely think first of a Submarina or a Daytona. The history of Rolex is marked by many success stories of the brand itself, but also by the success stories of the people who have been supported by Rolex. I'm Watch Dominic, and here are 10 facts about the history of Rolex. Foundation and origin. Rolex was founded in 1905 in London by Hans Wilsdorf and Alfred Davies. It was originally called Wilsdorf and Davies. In 1908, Wilsdorf registered the trademark Rolex and moved the company to Geneva in Switzerland in 1919. The name of the Rolex 1908 watch model also comes from this year, and in 2008, to mark the 100th anniversary, the Rolex Submarina reference 116619LB was launched, a white gold Submarina with a blue bezel and a blue dial. This is colloquially known as the Smurf. First waterproof watch. In 1926, Rolex introduced the first waterproof and dustproof wristwatch, the Rolex Oyster. This watch set new standards for the robustness and reliability of watches. The watch was first tested in 1927 when swimmer Mercedes Gleitze attempted to swim across the English Channel. Mercedes Gleitze swam for 10 hours through the English Channel with a Rolex Oyster on her wrist, and it remained completely intact. The first automatic winding mechanism. In 1931, Rolex developed the first automatic winding mechanism with a rotor called Perpetual. This system is now standard in most automatic watches. The movement of the watch winds the rotor, which in turn charges the power reserve while wearing the watch, ensuring it keeps running forever. That's where the name Perpetual comes from. The Rolex Datejust. In 1945, Rolex introduced the Datejust, the first wristwatch with an automatically changing date on the dial. For Rolex's 40th anniversary, Hans Wilsdorf wanted to create something special, leading to the development of the Rolex Datejust. The fact that this watch would become such a success and a milestone in watchmaking was probably beyond even Wilsdorf's expectations. The Rolex Submarina. In 1953, Rolex launched the Submarina, the first diving watch that was waterproof to a depth of 100 meters. On one hand, the Submarina is an extremely capable diving watch. On the other hand, its extraordinary marketing played a crucial role. The placement in James Bond films, among other factors, has contributed to the watch's iconic status. Additionally, with its timeless and elegant design, the watch can be worn as both a tool watch and a dress watch. Today, the Submarina still stands for luxury and prestige. The Explorer and Mount Everest. In 1953, the Rolex Explorer was introduced, inspired by the successful ascent of Mount Everest by Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, who were equipped by Rolex. Sir Edmund Hillary founded the Himalayan Trust, which is now led by his son Peter, also an experienced mountaineer. The foundation has built 2 hospitals, 12 rural clinics, 28 schools and water systems to help the Sherpa people. Since 2012, the foundation has been supported by Rolex. The GMT Master. In 1954, Rolex developed the GMT Master in collaboration with Pan American Airways for their pilots. This watch displayed 2 time zones simultaneously, a feature essential for long-haul flights. The bezel was red and blue, which were also the colors of Pan American Airways. The GMT Master with this bezel color combination is now better known as the Rolex Pepsi. The first watch had the reference number 6542. The Rolex Day Date. In 1956, Rolex introduced the Day Date, the first watch to display both the date and the day of the week spelled out. This watch quickly became a favorite among heads of states and CEOs. The watch has been available only in precious metals since its launch. Due to its popularity among presidents, the bracelet of the watch with the hidden crown clasp is now also known as the presidential bracelet. The Deep Sea Special. In 1960, Rolex set a new record with the Deep Sea Special when this watch was worn during the dive to the deepest point of the oceans, the Mariana Trench. It returned unharmed. The watch was taken to a depth of 10,916 meters. In 2012, the successor, Rolex Deep Sea Challenger, was submerged again to a depth of 10,908 meters and also returned intact. The new special model is said to be waterproof to a depth of 15,000 meters. Rolex and Wimbleton. Since 1978, Rolex has been the official timekeeper of the Wimbleton tennis tournament. This partnership underscores the brand's close connection to sport and precision. The most famous brand ambassador for Rolex is Swiss tennis legend and 8-time Wimbledon champion Roger Federer. There is also a Rolex Datejust with a dial colloquially known as the Wimbledon dial. The most important partnership for Rolex is with the most prestigious and oldest tennis tournament in the world, Wimbledon. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any requests, feel free to write them in the comments. I would appreciate a like, or even if you would subscribe to the channel. See you next time, your Watch Dominic.